I'm going to begin by making two kinds of batter for this dish. For the first batter, I have taken here these ingredients, in which I have 1 teaspoon of black mustard seeds, half of a small sized onion which I have thinly sliced, small piece of ginger, 4 medium cloves of garlic, 3 dried whole red chilies, or you can add red chili according to your taste more or less, then 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds. So these are all the spices that we need, and along with this I'll be adding half a cup of soaked white rice. So here I have the half cup of soaked white rice which I have soaked overnight. So I'm going to make a batter of all these ingredients. For the second batter, I have just 3 ingredients. I have 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds, 3 dried whole red chilies and 4 cloves of garlic. And again the same way I'll add the half cup of soaked white rice to it and make a batter. So finally the 2 kinds of batters are ready. Now to these batters I will add about 1 teaspoon of salt and about half teaspoon of turmeric powder on each batter bowl. Now give it a good mix. This is the the lesser ingredient batter. So I had to add a little more water to make the batter, and I ended up having a very thin batter because the ingredients were very less. So just to get the right thickness, I added about 1 teaspoon of besan, and that's why this batter is looking a little yellowish. Instead of besan, if you want, you can add some rice flour. In fact, rice flour would be a better option since it's going to make this dish nice and crispy. Now give a mix to the second batter. As I said, if you find the batter a little thinner, then you can either add rice flour or besan just to adjust the thickness, because we want a very thick batter so that we can dip the pumpkin blossom and then we can shallow fry. So make sure the batter is nice and thick. So this is the right thickness. The next thing is to prepare the blossoms. Now to prepare the blossoms, I have here about 15 to 16 fresh pumpkin blossoms, and the first thing is to take out the stem and prepare the blossoms so that we can dip it in the batter. So take the blossom and just take out these outer parts. I don't know what they're called, but they are like small stick kind of things. Just pull it apart like this. It gets very easily out. So after getting these part out, I'll use a scissor to cut the blossom. So give it a good cut so that the blossom kind of opens up, and then I'm going to use my finger just to pull the blossom out of the stem. You can see here the stem is out and the blossom is out. Now you don't have to discard the stem. You can actually make a stir fry of this stems, but today I'm not going to use the stem. I'm just using the blossom. So discard the stem, and I'm going to take out the stem of the rest of the flowers. If you're in a hurry like me and you don't want to use the scissor, the best way is to rip it with your finger and then just pull it apart. Yeah. So the blossom is out and then you have the stem out. So likewise I'm going to clean the rest of the pumpkin blossoms. And before I started taking out the stem, I cleaned these flowers really well. So I have already given it a wash, and then the second step will be to soak it in some turmeric water. So these flowers are ready, or blossoms are ready. I have taken here 3 cups of water and added 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and soaked these blossoms for about 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes I'm going to put all these blossoms in a strainer so the extra water is gone, and by the time I start making the dish, the blossoms are dry. So finally I have the blossom and the batter ready. Just dunk the blossom and coat it really well both inside and outside. Then shake off the extra batter, and then I'm going to put it in this tawa. I have already heated this tawa and added 1 tablespoon of mustard oil. You can add any oil of your choice. Spread the oil all over the pan. So this oil is quite heated up now. Now goes the pumpkin blossoms. Now it's up to you. You can take one blossom, or if the blossoms are really small, then you can take two. Add all the blossoms, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of mustard oil in between, shallow frying this blossoms. And I'm going to shallow fry it on medium heat till they become nice golden and brown and nice and crispy. So I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of mustard oil. Whenever you find the blossoms are pretty dry, because they soak up a lot of oil, so whenever you find it quite dry, add a tablespoon or two of mustard oil. Time to flip it. You can see here this hasn't got any color yet. This is cooked, but I want a nice golden brownish color, and I still don't have it, so I'm going to shallow fry it on medium heat till I get nice golden and brown color on both sides. So finally this dish is ready, nicely golden and brown. These are quite crispy, and that's because of rice. So these are ready to serve. I'm going to take it out.